Hi there, and welcome to this lightning talk called "The Distance Made Us Work Closer Together. Now What?" If I'm really lucky, I will be able to come through everything and without having my partner, our kids, the dog, nor the bird disturbing us. And the next 7 minutes or so, I will tell you a story about how the forced distance due to the pandemic actually made my team have better working conditions than we had when we all worked from the same location. I will focus on synchronized work. And what I mean by that is the kind of work you often do in the same room at the same time with multiple people. I will not be using any slides. So if you want to, you can give your eyes some rest and just listen to the rest of the talk. So I am a developer. I love coding and coffee and solving problems. And sometimes I solve problems with coffee and sometimes I solve problems with code. And this has been my profession for close to 25 years. At the moment, I am a part of a cross-functional team of developers, designers, data scientists, and product owner in the Norwegian Labor and Welfare Administration. A typical day for me used to be I step on the bus early in the morning and read some mail, catch up on Slack, do some coding. Then I enter the office, had a daily stand-up, some meetings, some coding, lunch, talking to colleagues, and traveling back on the bus while doing everything the same I did on the bus to work. So Norwegian Labor and Welfare Administration had 3 different locations in Oslo, and sometimes you have to go to one of the other offices for a meeting or a demo or a course or anything else. And we used to bundle meetings at the other locations to feel more effective. So even though we were a team with a physical office, the chances of all of us being at the same place at the same time during a week was actually pretty slim. So a little over a year ago, the pandemic and the lockdown came to Norway, and being the Labor and Welfare Administration, the first month was quite hectic. We were expected to deliver our services to the Norwegian population, and at the same time, some of us had our homes turned into a school, a kindergarten, or a co-located working space with our partners, or all of the above. And the practice was to book a ridiculous amount of meetings just to be sure to see the right people. And sadly enough, this practice continued after the first wave stabilized as well, and it did not work very well. We became very tired of clicking ourselves from meeting to meeting. And when you spend your whole day in a video meeting, the idea of socializing with your teammates on video did not seem appealing at all. But luckily, after summer holiday, something changed. We stopped having meetings and we just logged into the video chat in the morning and stayed there for the rest of the day. It became our virtual office, so to speak. We don't have the camera or microphone on all the time, but we usually have the speakers on so we can hear if anyone calls our name. And if other teams want to meet us, we usually just send them the links to our video chat. When they enter, we tell the rest of the team the topic we are going to discuss. And if others find it interesting, we all join in one of the breakout rooms. So with the video chat as our home base, we actually see each other every day. And we have established a practice of 30 minutes coffee and tea time where doing work-related stuff or talking about work is not allowed. And a different team member has the responsibility to come up with non-work-related topics every week. We mostly do a version of mob programming now, and that means that one person is coding and everybody else is talking through the problems we're trying to solve, all in the same room. And if you think this sounds ineffective, I really think you should try it. It's smashing. So what have we learned from this remote experience? I think the most valuable is to discover that real-time collaboration is even better in digital world. It does require some investments in good equipment like microphone, headset, camera, and software. But the advantage of the digital version is that I get a pretty perfect sound and view of the code and the whiteboard and the documents all the time. And this is actually not the norm in a physical version of collaborative work. So now what? Many people have discovered the possibilities in working remotely. You do not have to choose your place of living from where the office is located anymore. You can have more time for actually living your own life when the need for commuting is gone, and most business trips can be done without the need to physically travel. We're starting to see more and more job listings with remote first as an option for the default workplace. And for my part, I will never again work for anyone who requires coming to an office on a daily basis as the norm. The freedom I get from choosing where to do my work is extremely valuable. At the moment, the Norwegian Labour and Welfare Administration has not yet decided its final policy regarding remote work, but in all workshops and statements so far, flexibility is one of the key words that keep coming up. And it seems to be the one thing that everybody wants to achieve. We're not just entirely clear on the implementation of flexibility yet. My team will probably go for a hybrid version, and that means that everything we do must be done in a remote first way, even if just one of us is remote. Every collaboration must be done via video. Everyone needs to log into the group chats from their own machines, and our whiteboards and our documents must be digital as well. We do expect to meet physically on occasions, but I think we need to be really picky when it comes to what kind of work that actually requires it. So the pandemic forced a remote first approach to work, and I think a lot of people that were skeptical to working in this way have changed their mind. In an unofficial poll in our department, none of us actually wanted to work office only anymore. There were only votes for hybrid or fully remote. And we have learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter where we will try to make hybrid and flexibility work. But so far, there is no doubt in my mind that the distance actually made us work closer together.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope you can hear and see us now. I apologize for not being apparent before myself, but if you have some questions for our speaker now, this would be the time to ask them. If you could please type them into the page chat, which will go to this back, well, I guess we're in the front now. It'll come to us. I'll read your questions and Geir will answer them. So so I don't see any yet. I have one question. Actually, I have a few questions.
Okay.
My recollection is that Norway is kind of a tall, skinny country, so it fits into one time zone, and
Yeah.
And your teams are all in I guess in one city. So so do you have any sense of? I guess you could probably extend this across the whole country pretty readily, being in the same time zone. But have you tried anything like this, working across time zones and over wider areas?
Me personally, I've done it because I do a lot of open source work at the side, and then you have to do remote and asynchronous as well. So that means you have to be really good at writing documents and really good at trying to formulate your questions and make every decision of a kind that you don't have to decide now. You can decide tomorrow or whenever everybody has written read documents. So I see a couple of questions.
So,
I can answer them myself.
Go ahead.
So let's start at the top. If some are in the office and some at home, how do you conduct meetings? If someone is not at the office, we have to conduct a meeting as no one is at the office. So every person have to log into their own machine, and every person. So if one person is remote, the whole team have to act as if they are remote. Have you employed any new members? Yes, we have, and we have even started whole teams in this last year. So we have a couple of teams that only have met via video chat and had their onboarding to the organization in video chat, and they are all quite happy. The strangest thing is when you meet people after you have only seen them on video for a year, you don't have you don't know how tall are they, how does their sound when we are in the same room. Do you require to use videos? Yes. Okay, if you don't want to use video, you can leave it off, but we prefer that you have it on meetings, but we try to avoid meetings. We are just logged into the video chat all the day, and sometimes we have the camera on, sometimes they have the camera off, and if somebody wants to visit us, we just give the link to our video chat and they enter. What have you sacrificed? You have sacrificed okay. I can understand that some people prefer to be in the same room and interact with other people. I somehow prefer not to, and it's strange because the bandwidth of people are just smaller when you are on video. So there is a lot of information I don't have to react to, and I think, and so I personally have not sacrificed anything. Some on my team really enjoys people's company, and they have sacrificed that or the physical part.
Let me cut this off here. We have 10 seconds. We're going to be going to the next talk. It might not be the one you expect, but it's one that's on the program, and I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks, Geir.